Hello, and welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. Okay, like the intro? That's a dope intro, huh? I really like it myself. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about today. We got to get to Kash Doll because I don't know if her career then fell off and she done lost her mind, but we got to get to her. We also have to get to Jackson Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes' brother, who is being accused of SA. If you know what SA is, I shouldn't have to repeat it. But yes, and we got the video too. So we got both videos. So yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. We gotta talk about Kash Doll. We got we gotta talk about Kash Doll. I saw the interview and I was just floored. I was floored. I don't even know. I don't even know. Mm. So before we get to all of that, let's see who's all in the building. And welcome to Saturday. Saturday. Yeah. Welcome to Saturday, y'all. Hello, Deandra. How you doing today? Hello, Cammie. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Quanda. Hello, Kamiko. What's up, Shan? Hello, Dre. Hello, R Virgil. What's up, AC? Hello, Kelly again. Hello, where's the tea? What's up, Juicy J says, waiting on a chief. You know I'm always late. Okay. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Duro's mom. What's up, Rose Allen, all the way from Facebook? Hello, Ezrika. Hello, Nikki. Hello, Tanya. Hello, is it Selamowitz? I think that's how you say it. Hello, Quima. Hello, Jalen. Hello, April. How you doing today? Hello, Vapey. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Mimi. What's up, Jerka? Say, hey, Chief. Nosy bystanders. And the looky loos. It's always a few looky-loos, okay? You got to have a few looky-loos. Hello, Ari, and hello, Greatness. I think I got to everyone. If you're in the chat and you want me to say hello, just drop it in the chat. So let's get to Kash Doll's raggedy self. And before I go off on her, I have to play the video for you so you can see it, because when I saw it, I was just... I don't even know what I was thinking. I didn't know what to think of it. So she was on VladTV. Now everybody knows VladTV is an op. So if you end up on VladTV, I suppose you already threw your career away. But it's a 3-minute clip. So turn your volume up. Okay, turn your volume up. Hold on, some other looky-loos. Hello, Tasha. Hello, Tamika. Oh, I said it right. Salmowit. I think I said that. What's up, Willona Jet, all the way from Facebook. Well, hello, Willona. Hello, Melody, and hello, Templin5. How you doing today? Say hi. I'm new here. Well, welcome. What was the Nosy Bystanders Live? I'm the host, Chief Nosy Bystander. Everyone in the chat are consider themselves nosy bystanders, because who ain't nosy? And if you just got here, we're getting into the Kash Doll. She sat down with VladTV, and VladTV had asked her a question about Megan Thee Stallion and the Tory Lanez case. Now look how easy VladTV set this up for her, and how she failed miserably. Ciao. Let's get to the clip. Hold on one second. All right, y'all ready? Volume up.
As a Black woman, seeing so many people turn against Megan when she was ultimately the victim. And as more stuff comes out, it's more and more clear that she was the victim in this. How did you feel about this?
You know what? I just know how drunk nights could be, right? And they obviously was having a drink and enjoying themselves or whatever the case may be. It's like, I trust God, and I don't know how to answer this the right way, but I just know God don't make mistakes, and whatever happens is what's supposed to have happened. And that's all I'm gonna say. You know, Megan, my girl, you know what I mean? I know Tory, and it's crazy because as a woman and being in relationships, or, you know, having those type of relations with somebody, I know how things could get, right? And it's just such a touchy subject again, to where it's like, I just prayed for him. I prayed for Megan and her healing process of her going through all this with the world. Not only does she got to deal with this with, you know, going to court, but have to deal with the world and everybody saying stuff about her. And then I also pray for Tory, you know, because he was saying a lot like he wasn't doing it because everybody could be confused. So I can't even get mad at everybody that was against Megan, but I can't have a back on it. That's why I just never mentioned it, because, you know, they're both human. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that happened. And I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Megan went through it, you know, and as a Black woman, I'm just happy if she's happy that she got justice. And, you know, for Tory, I wasn't there. So I can't say what happened or what didn't happen. But for what we see, you know, what was after the courts and stuff, you know, for Tory, I just pray for him and just pray that he don't have to be in there too long. And, you know, he asked God for forgiveness if that's what happened, because I don't know. And I just don't want to be in the middle of it, because when I see Megan, I'm going to say hi and we're going to kick it and we might get a drink. And when I see Tory, it's like, what's up, my dog? You know what I mean? So I just don't even want to get in there. I never talked to nobody about it. I don't want to. But I'm just happy that, you know, well, I don't think she's been on social. So I'm just happy that she's better. Or, you know, I've seen a lot of people apologizing to her and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you know, because when you be it'd be traumatizing after something crazy like that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not there, and I've never got shot or been somebody pointing a gun at me. So you can't tell her how to feel about that, you know? Shit. And the world just need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Support people for their artistry. Why are y'all worried about personal stuff so much? Like, I wish everything wasn't so public these days. Like, I don't know. That's just a lot.
Templin says, I work in music, Atlanta Records. Did I have a lot of nosy news? I'm sure you do. I'm sure a ton of news comes out of Atlanta Records. Ain't Nicki Minaj y'all arch enemy? Look, Kash Doll. This message is Kash. Now, as somebody who loves Kash Doll, I hate having to say this, but every day, y'all Negroes get on the internet, and I'm talking about Kash Doll and every other Black person I've ever had to call out on this platform. Y'all get on the internet and say more problematic stuff. You, Big Lotto, run the list. We are tired of supporting y'all creatures, okay? You creaturous monsters, and then having y'all do dumb stuff like this. The fact that she's playing ignorant is what's really getting me, when the entire case was laid out in court from both sides. And she's still playing, well, I just wasn't there. I don't know what happened. You can only play ignorant for so long with me. Okay? You can only play ignorant for so long with me before I start picking up on a pattern. And there's a long pattern of these women who are supporting and backing these problematic, violent men, specifically Sierra and Kelly Rowland, when they put out publicist PR statements because Chris Brown couldn't perform at the American Music Awards. And now Kash Doll. What's wrong with y'all? Did y'all daddies beat y'all mamas or something? And y'all this is just normal behavior for you? So you just can't recognize that it's not normal. It's counter to the norm. It's abnormal behavior for a man to do that to a woman. I mean, is there something wrong? Or do y'all need some help? Because that statement is problematic. And all she had to do was lie. But she chooses to tap dance and chuck and jive, and just instead of just saying, no, Megan got justice and I'm very happy for Megan. That is precisely why Vlad set her up for that okie doke, because he knew. You don't think he has a team of producers who are researching these people before he sits down and interviews them? He knew Kash Doll never made a statement about Megan Thee Stallion. So if you're going to sit down with VladTV, him and his producers are going to research all kinds, an assortment of topics that they know that you have not made a statement on, and they want to get the first statement, right? Which makes them great producers. And two, things that they think that you might be uncomfortable with or on the fence with. And this was a perfect setup. Good for, very, very, very good for VladTV, even though everybody said he's a federal agent. Good for VladTV for calling her out on that. Good. I'm glad he called her out. And every time one of you ignorant coons get on VladTV and he calls you out on something, just know VladTV has a team of producers digging through your social media. So if you think, oh, well, he's not going to ask me about, what I really think of Michael Jackson, or he's not going to ask me what I really think about Chris Brown, or he's not going to ask me anything about Meghan or Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, he's not going to ask me anything like that. Yes, he is. He's going to ask you about current news that you failed to make a statement on. He's going to ask you. Okay? So you better start thinking about your answers now. And that's because Vlad has incredible producers who are combing through your social media, and they're trying to figure out what you're not talking about. That makes a good producer. That makes a good producer. And he set her up for literally two things. He set her up for either an okie doke, right? Or he set her up with a snowball question that required a snowball response. And the fact that she gave that haphazard, Rubik's Cube style response lets you know immediately that she doesn't believe any of it, even after the court case. Even after the court case. She never said one time in that 3-minute clip, well, thank God Megan got justice. I mean, come on. It's right. It was right there. All you had to say was, yeah, I hadn't talked about it. I just had a baby. She just had a baby. That's all she had to say. I've been really caught up with, my newborn. I just had a newborn, me and my partner. So, I'm just in mommy mode. But on the Megan Thee Stallion case, I'm really glad that she got justice. And when she comes back to social media, I'm going to root for her. That's all you had to say. But you went in, because Megan's my friend. She's clearly not your friend. And Tory Lanez is clearly your friend. Insane. Let me get some of y'all comments, because I know the comments is going. Kelly said, what's wrong with her response? It sounded, she was trying to play the fence, is what she was trying to do. Her response is very lock, stock, and barrel with, I don't know. I don't want to support either of them. I really support Tory because she called him her homie. She never said that Megan was her homegirl, that she a ride or die. We've been close friends in the industry. Whoop-de whoop, blase skip, boom, boom. Okay. She never said any of that. She said, Tory's my homie. And if he did do it, then hopefully he's repented for it. And, when he gets out of jail, what do you mean he get out? He got 25 years or something. Man is not getting out of jail, honey. This from Stephanie says, dang, she should have just said no comment, claiming my time. Yeah. Sounds neutral. Too neutral. Too neutral when it comes to domestic violence against women. This from Nosy by Nature. What's up, Nosy by Nature says, if fence riding was a if fence riding was a person. This from Destiny says, I see nothing wrong with her response. The reality is that we weren't there. No, that's not the reality. Destiny, you cannot be anywhere or everywhere at one time. Okay? It has nothing to do with the fact that you're not there. Right? The case was on trial. So even if you weren't there, the prosecutors laid out that event second by second and minute by minute. You didn't have to be there. That's what the prosecutor was laying down. It was like, well, don't worry, you weren't there? Ha, I got you. Let me lay down what happened. That is the job of a prosecutor. So you didn't have to be there. The prosecutor laid down the evidence so you could see what happened, so you can make a sound judgment as if you were there. So that's not an excuse. Try again. She was neutral, way too neutral. Way too neutral. This from Jalen says, Kash Doll should have just smiled and said no comment and kept it pushing. She foolish if she thinks Megan is her girl after this. Something about this interview makes me believe that it was less about supporting Tory Lanez and more about who in the industry she didn't want to pee off in case she was trying to revive her career. You understand what I mean? I felt like there was more to it. Template says, because Cardi is signed to Atlanta Records. Yeah, we all know that. She is, right? Yeah, she is. This from Diana says, oh, here is here's a dog walking out. This from Template says, she had the opportunity to stand for victim, a Black female who was, and did nothing. And did absolutely nothing. This from Leah says she should have just answered. I don't believe in supporting anyone's artistry. Yeah, I don't believe that either. I mean, she didn't have to answer, but it would have looked way worse if she just said no response, like no comment. It would have looked really bad. So I see what you guys are saying where she should have said no comment, but she had to say something. She should have just lied. Call it a day. But if Tory Lanez is in jail, right? He got 20, 22, 25 years. What is the point of appeasing Tory Lanez? He has no dog in this fight. Her response was tailored because of something else. Maybe people who support Tory Lanez in the industry, and those are her close friends, because supporting Tory Lanez means nothing, right? What is he going to do from prison? Cut you a deal? Right, a record deal? No, he can't do anything. But maybe she was trying not to pee off people in the industry who she's close with, which is what it sounded like to me. As from Jalen says, did you catch how she said, I'm happy that Megan is happy that she got justice? What? That kind of seems like a half-assed support. It seems like no support. Who says something like that? I'm happy that Megan's happy she got justice. I swear I'd drop kick Kash Doll right now. She wasn't 6 feet tall and 3,000 miles away. Because what kind of response is that? Because here's my question. What if it were your sister or your brother or something? What if that incident occurred to one of your children? Would you really respond? That's my daughter. I don't really know what happened. I wasn't there, but I'm glad my daughter's happy that she got justice. I'm happy for her in that sense. You wouldn't say nothing like that. You'd look crazy. This from Yenzi says that's BS. The lady was shot at, harmed, period. Too much evidence to use that I wasn't there excuse. Yeah, that's not an excuse. It's an excuse for stupid people, right? So people are like, oh, yeah, you're right. You weren't there. Okay. But people with a half a brain cell could be like, you didn't have to be there. That's what the prosecution did. They laid down the case, so you didn't have to be there. Duh. Did you see the evidence? What did the evidence tell you? Evidence isn't opinionated. It's just laid out. What did the evidence tell you? That's it. It was that simple. This from Destiny says, yes, she did. She was very cool. This from Darnita says, yeah, she clearly more Team Tory, which I don't get. I do not get. Yeah, she's clearly not a Megan friend. What kind of response was that? Let's see if there's more to the interview. I'm going to go back. Hold on. Child, Kash Doll should be. I just, what kind of response is that? Let's run the tape back. I'm sorry. There's no more part. There's more of the interview, but I can't play it. As a Black woman, just listen.
Seeing so many people turn against Megan when she was ultimately the victim. And as more stuff comes out, it's more and more clear that she was the victim in this. How did you feel about this?
You know what? I just know how drunk nights could be. Right? And they obviously was having a drink and enjoying themselves or whatever the case may be. It's like, I trust God, and I don't know how to answer this the right way, but I just know God don't make mistakes, and whatever happens is what's supposed to have happened.
Now, here's the thing. Let me pause it because we're going to dissect this interview. She said, I believe in God, and God don't make no mistakes, and whatever happened was supposed to happen. She doesn't say that in the sense of God put Tory Lanez to jail because he was meant to be there. She's making a statement from a Christian perspective that God put him in jail so he can learn some lifelong, Zen Buddha message or something like that. That's what that statement means. Not that he did it, but God put him in jail so that he could mentor and ministry to other people. That's what she means. That's precisely what she means. She doesn't mean it in the sense of, he's in jail, because he deserves to be there because he shot a woman. She's saying it in a sense of he's there because, this is part of the Lord's work to put him there, not because he's guilty, but so that he can minister to other people. That's why she said it. That's precisely why she said it. She's a goofball. This from Templin says, what type of drunk nights is Cash is having where it's okay to pull a gun and shoot people? What a loser. Yeah. This from Soothing Zen Sound says she clearly feels Megan should have been hurt. She has zero empathy. Let's keep going.
And that's all I'm gonna say. Megan, my girl. You know what I mean? I know Tory, and it's crazy because as a woman and being in relationships or having those type of relations with somebody, I know how things could get. Right.
So she says having those type of relations with somebody, I know how things can get, implying that Megan was having a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez, when Megan has vehemently denied that, which I don't believe. I believe that she was in a relationship with Tory. That's really the only thing I believe Megan lied about. I don't believe Megan when she said, I didn't have a relationship with Tory Lanez. You're lying. You're clearly lying, because there's nothing in that. There's no motive to provoke that fight if it wasn't for Tory Lanez being messy. Period. Okay. But that's what she's trying to say. Like, I know how a lover's quarrel can be. Just makes no sense. Let's get to the next comment.
And it's just such a touchy subject again, to where it's like, I just prayed for him. I prayed for Megan and her healing process of her going through all this with the world. Not only does she got to deal with this with, going to court, but having to deal with the world and everybody saying stuff about her. And then I also pray for Tory, because he was saying a lot like he wasn't doing it because everybody could be confused. So I can't even get mad at everybody that was against Megan, but I can't have a back on it. That's why I just never mentioned it, because, they're both human. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that happened. And I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Megan went through it, and
Megan went through it. Megan, like, what does that mean? Megan went through it. So you're not. Hold on one second. So you're not in support of Megan, right? But you're clearly, her message is all over the place. It is. It doesn't even make any sense. It's a haphazard response to what precisely? This is from Stephanie. She says, I really think she never mentioned it because it probably honestly she doesn't care. And that's the crazy part about it too. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. It makes absolutely zero sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But let me get some of your comments because, ooh, child. This from Stephanie again says, that's what we talk about in the D when we really don't have nothing to say about a situation, which is just strange to say the least. This is from Shauna Johnson. Says, what the heck? I've had my share of drunk nights and none of them ended up child, so have I. I've had my fair share of drunk nights and ain't never, ever ever been shot. Never. This is from Ricardo Wayne, says you're miserable too. Look, Ricardo, I'm going to tell you this now. I see your comments in the comment section. Okay. So I'm going to say this real easy for you. Okay. I'm going to say this real easy for you. And then, because while you were leaving all those comments, we just went to your page. So I just want you to know two things. Your page is connected to your phone number and your email address, which we have. So you should immediately delete this page. Okay. You didn't set this burner number up right. And I would tell everybody who you are, but I'm not going to do that to you. Okay. I ain't going to do you like that. But while you was over here trying to think you were funny, I was already on Facebook pulling up your page. So here's the thing we're going to do. What you're going to do is you're going to delete this page. And don't worry about deleting the comments. They'll be gone by the morning. Okay. You're obviously miserable and you're obviously sad. You don't quite understand how the internet works is why you were too stupid and ignorant to actually connect your phone number and email address to your Facebook account. This is an actual media company, Nosy Bystanders. Registered in the state we live in and with the IRS. So we pay taxes for this. So I encourage you, before we tell everybody who you really is, okay, go ahead, delete this page. You make it too easy. Okay. You made it too easy. So, have a good night. And maybe when you come back from your next burner account, you'll get a burner phone number and maybe a burner email address. Good luck. All right. So let's get back to this story. So I want to get back to Kash Doll, not idiots who accidentally connect their phone numbers and email addresses to their Facebook account. Who does that? Clearly people who don't know how to troll right. Lord have mercy on Ricardo Wayne, which is not their name. Which is not their name at all. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for you. Damn, that's sad. Let's get back to Kash Doll, okay? Because I want to finish getting to the rest of her statement. Hold on, let me turn the volume up.
She's happy that she got justice and to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Megan went through it, you know, and as a Black woman, I'm just happy if she's happy that she got justice. And, you know, for Tory, I wasn't there. So I can't say what happened or what didn't happen, but for what we see, you know, what was after the courts and stuff, you know, for Tory, I just pray for him and just pray that he don't have to be in there too long. And, you know, he asked God for forgiveness if that's what happened, because I don't know. And I just don't want to be in the middle of it, because when I see Megan, I'm going to say hi and we're going to kick it and we might get a drink. And when I see Tory, it's like, what's up, my dog? You know what I mean? So I just don't even want to get in there. I never talked to nobody about it. I don't want it.
Okay, so now you don't want to get in it. You should have just avoided the question, or you should have lied. But you clearly don't believe that Megan got justice. You believe that what occurred to Tory was an injustice. So just say that. That was just silly. I do want to get to some of the tweets because people have been tweeting about it. Somebody said, women in industry playing neutral because they're afraid of the men will alienate them. But Kash Doll, you already don't have a career. Men aren't listening to your music, and supporting Megan, your friend, who was violently shot and lied on, would have helped, dummy. Somebody else said, being indifferent about a situation that should be blatantly one-sided says something than being silent in the case. I don't know why she even care what the F Kash Doll thinks. Honestly, we don't. This is from another Twitter user says, Kash Doll is hating because Megan is dating Party, who is her ex. And that's sad because violence against women ain't an excuse just because your ex is dating someone else. I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that party was Kash Doll's ex. Woo child, the tea comes out, honey. This is from another Twitter user says Kash Doll said she understands how drunk nights can get. Baby, a gun ain't even into a gun ain't even something to play with. Crazy. What a it's from Jason Fitch says, don't think Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. Let me tell you what I think happened. Let me tell you what I think happened. I think Kelsey shot Megan. That is my personal belief. Everybody knows that. I think that Tory, this is what I think would happen. Okay. This is what I think happened. I think Megan paid Kelsey some hush money to show up to court because she had been ducking and dodging a bunch of subpoenas. I think Megan gave her some money. I think Megan paid for her legal team. I think she was actually taking money from both sides. I think she was taking money from Tory and she was taking money from Megan. I think that Tory revealed in the car being messy that he was sleeping with Megan, which infuriated Kelsey. When Megan overheard that, she jumped out of the car because that's when she said, stop, let me out. She said, stop, let her out. She got out. I think Kelsey got out and took Tory's gun. And I think when Tory heard it go off, because that is what the witness stated. The witness said, I heard that gun go off before the small man, he said small, and the big guy, the driver, got out of the car. That's what the witness said. And I only believe the witness because he ain't got no eggs in the basket, if you will. And I think that it was a struggle for the gun. I think Tory and Kelsey struggled for it. And I think that is what happened. That is my honest opinion on what I think occurred in the whole situation. Do I think Tory should be in jail? I don't. But I don't think he's like ultra innocent. The most I think Tory should have got was a fine for having a gun because he's not a U.S. citizen. And I think he should have got deported, like a temporary deportation for like a year or two. I think Kelsey should be in jail. That's my personal opinion. Now, I still don't support what Kash Doll said because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Why are you not supporting violence against women, right? Or not non-violence against women? Why are you not supporting that? Why are you just, you know what I mean? But I don't think Tory is completely innocent. I think there was a lot going on. I think had Tory not had a gun, because he can't have one. He's not a U.S. citizen. You're not right to bear arms is only for U.S. citizens. I do think he should have served something for that, maybe like 6 months, but I think he should have just got deported. But I don't think he should be, like, there's a lot more to the story. There's a lot more to the story. There's a lot more to the story. There totally is. Totally is. And I think that when the story came out and Tory was denying it and everybody was drunk and he didn't want to throw Kelsey under the bus, you know what I mean? Because he would have had a case when the prosecution showed his post on the Shade Room's post on Instagram, where he said in the comments, Tory Lanez from Tory Lanez account said that Kelsey didn't do it. And Tory's defense never argued, oh, Tory has a publicist. She handles his social media. He didn't post that. She did. They didn't even set it up. It's like they weren't even prepared for the discovery evidence. They could have argued that. And if he would have argued that successfully, he would have been able to bring reasonable doubt into the case. I think that Tory was still having some sort of familial friendship relationship with Kelsey after the fact when he got locked up, right? But he should have, I think he was playing too nice. He was playing too nice. He should have just, in his appeal, because he's got Jose Baez as his appellant attorney. I'm telling you right now, Kelsey better run because Jose Baez is going to throw Kelsey under the bus. He is. He's going to throw Kelsey under the bus. He's just stupid stuff trying to stick up for her. Somebody asked about the phone call. somebody asked, I can't find your comment, but somebody said, oh, here it is. Amanda Slay. What's up, Amanda Slay says, what about the phone calls? Here's my thing. I think Kash Doll is right. Everybody was incredibly drunk. And I think when there was a scuffle for the gun, I think in Tory's head, he probably was like, maybe it did go off in my hands. You know what I mean? That's just based off of the evidence. You guys, we tracked the case every single day. We tracked all the court reporters every single day. And when that evidence came out, it looked more and more and more and more and more like a lover's quarrel. And it looked like it was between Kelsey and Megan. The thing that the defense never argued was Kelsey's state after the police showed up. Kelsey had her Cuban link chain ripped off. Not taken off, ripped off. All of her fingernails were ripped off. And Tory argued that Kelsey and Megan had gotten to a physical altercation. That's what they said. And his defense attorneys never really rebroached the situation. They never said, hey, how did her fingernails come off? How did she get scratches on her chest? Why was her Cuban link in the middle of the, that's a fight. And Kelsey trying to sit back like, oh no, I just heard stuff. So how did all of, it's funny because how did all of your stuff end up in the street, but nobody else's? So people are like, she wasn't fighting Megan. No, she was losing. Now, granted, we're all adults and we haven't fist fought in a couple of years. But what happens in a fist fight is usually the loser is usually the one who's the most effed up. And that was Kelsey. That's what I think. That is my personal take on the whole situation. That's my personal take on the whole situation. I do believe Kelsey is the actual assailant. And now that Tory Lanez has Jose Baez as his attorney for his appellant case, ciao. Kelsey better get herself an attorney. Kelsey better get herself an attorney. Kelsey better get herself an attorney. She better get herself an attorney real fast. She better get herself an attorney real fast. Okay? Because Jose Baez is going to throw you under the bus. Because I think Kelsey was double dipping. I think she was getting money from Tory Lanez's camp, and I think she was getting money from Megan's camp. And each of them were vying for her to testify in their defense. That's what I think. That's my personal take on it. And Megan just offered her more money. Because when the prosecution asked, who paid for your attorneys? You know what Kelsey's response was? I don't know. You don't know who pays for a $150,000 attorney? That's a lot of money to not know. That's a lot of money to not know where it came from. And people say, oh, it came from a record. It came from her husband, who's a record executive. She could have said that. It's your husband. Your husband is allowed to pay for your attorney, your personal attorney. But why does she skip past that sentence? Why does she plead the fifth on who paid for her attorney? Because when Tory's attorneys asked her that, she pled the fifth. She didn't answer. She said, I don't know. And then pled the fifth. Yeah, somebody paid for that attorney. So I think that the whole thing was everybody trying to clean up for Kelsey. The only reason why Meg had an axe to grind with Tory Lanez is because after the shooting happened, he started before she even said it was him. Remember when she said she thought she stepped on glass? He was going behind her back to the Shade Room, the Jasmine Brand, Baller Alert, all those different publications, and spinning a web and telling people all kinds of slanderous stuff. And Megan found out through her publicist who knew Tory's publicist. And then Megan did that live stream on Instagram. She said, I'm about to just lay it all out. I'm about to just lay it all out. This is what happened. So he was trying to spin the block on her and just share a whole bunch. Oh, Megan was drunk. She was this. She's sloppy. Wooty woo, wooty woo. And she was like, whoa, you doing all that? I didn't even tell nobody it was you. She didn't even tell the people at the hospital what happened. You know? So when Tory Lanez was increasingly going to these different like media sources and trying to slander Megan, that's what made her come out. And I think after that, because he still didn't want to take accountability for it, then that's when she went to the police, and then I guess the rest is history. So I think I think Meg was hurt by how he was doing her, even though she was still, at the time he was doing all this, at the time he was going to all those different media companies, he was, she had never revealed that she was shot. She always argued that she stepped on glass, even though she knew she had been shot. She always argued, I just stepped on glass. I just stepped on glass. And then all these stories started coming out about that night. And then that's when it got bad. That's when it got bad real quick. That's from Brandy Melton. What's up, Brandy? Says, if Kash Doll also believes Kelsey tried to shoot Megan, how exactly was her response that bad? Her response is bad because Kash Doll never argued that she thought Kelsey did it. So let's just take that first part of your sentence out because it makes no sense. Her response is bad because she never, what's the word I'm looking for? She never went into what it is she believes. She just kept saying, I wasn't there, even though the prosecution laid out the case. You don't have to be there to figure out what happened. It's right there. It's what you believe. Her response was bad because a woman was shot. And if the overarching whatever believes he did it, right? Then saying, well, I'm happy she's happy. That's a backhanded response. That's like your grandma, when you see your grandma over the summer, she goes, wow, you got fat, but you look good in that dress. That's a backhanded response. You know what I mean? So it's just, So I'll play a response one more time for anybody who just joined us. 1 second. I see that person from Facebook deleted their comments. What an idiot. It's crazy too, because I know exactly who it is. Okay, hold on. Let me turn your volume up.
Turn against Megan when she was ultimately the victim. And as more stuff comes out, it's more and more clear that she was the victim in this. How did you feel about this?
You know what? I just know how drunk nights could be, right? And they obviously was having a drink and enjoying themselves or whatever the case may be. It's like, I trust God, and I don't know how to answer this the right way, but I just know God don't make mistakes, and whatever happens is what's supposed to have happened. And that's all I'm gonna say. You know, Megan, my girl. You know what I mean? I know Tori, and it's crazy because as a woman and being in relationships or having those type of relations with somebody, I know how things could get, right? And it's just such a touchy subject again, to where it's like I just pray for him. I pray for Megan and her healing process of her going through all this with the world. Not only does she got to deal with this with, going to court, but have to deal with the world and everybody saying stuff about her. And then I also pray for Tory, because he was saying a lot like he wasn't doing it because everybody could be confused. So I can't even get mad at everybody that was against Megan, but I can't have a back on it. That's why I just never mentioned it, because they're both human. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that happened. And I wouldn't want that to happen to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Megan went through it, and as a Black woman, I'm just happy, and she's happy that she got justice. And, for Tory, I wasn't there. So I can't say what happened or what didn't happen. But from what we see, what was after the courts and stuff, for Tory, I just pray for him and just pray that he don't have to be in there too long. And, he asked God for forgiveness if that's what happened, because I don't know. And I just don't want to be in the middle of it, because when I see Megan, I'm going to say hi and we're going to kick it and we might get a drink. And when I see Tory, it's like, what's up, my dog? You know what I mean? So I just don't even want to get in there. I never talked to nobody about it. I don't want to. But I'm just happy that, I don't think she's been on social. So I'm just happy that she's better, or I've seen a lot of people apologizing to her and stuff like that, and I'm just like, because when you be it'd be traumatizing after something crazy like that happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not there, and I've never got shot or been somebody pointing a gun at me, so you can't tell her how to feel about that. Shit. And the world just needs to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Girl, you could have kept that comment. It's a mess. It's a mess. She a mess. This one, Rich B says, men have unspoken codes. Women need to get some kind of code. Men would not be giving women this kind of grace. Ciao. This from Jalen says, I wonder why the prosecution didn't go to Meta to get the IP address geolocation data for Tory's comments on IG stating Kelsey did not shoot Megan. They did. It wasn't court. They did. Tory's defense, or the prosecution published it. And my company, we can pull that up. They did. They posted it. It was in court. When the defense tried to say it was Kelsey, I think the defense didn't say it was Kelsey who did the shooting. They just kind of broached it casually. And the prosecution immediately shut it down. It was like, well, Tory said it wasn't her. And here's his post on the Shade Room. Yeah. So they didn't want to come outright and say it was Kelsey. They just want to say it wasn't Tory. Well, if it's not him, you got to give somebody who you think it is. You can't just full stop and be like, oh, it wasn't me. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. This from Coco JB says, anyone remember the question asked? The question asked was this. I'll play it.
As a Black woman, seeing so many people turn against Megan when she was ultimately the victim. And as more stuff comes out, it's more and more clear that she was the victim in this. How did you feel about this?
How did you feel about this? He said, as the story comes out and that Megan was the victim and more people have come out and said she's the victim, how do you feel about this? And then Kash Doll said, I don't remember nothing. I wasn't there. I used to like Kash Doll. That's the sad part. I used to actually like her. I used to really like her. And then she just... Ooh, child. The absolute ghetto. This from Cookie. What's up, Cookie? Says, I think she was being facetious. She was being a whole lot of something. I don't really know what to think of it. I don't know what to think of it. I don't know if I have enough time to figure out what to think of it. What time is it? Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta look something up. I'm so behind. Hold on, y'all. I forgot. Hold on. So we have I gotta look at what time it is. I gotta produce it. We have a comedy tour today. Hour and 30 minutes. 8:30 my time? Oh, I got time. Okay. I got time. So if you guys didn't know, we have the reparations comedy tour, a bunch of comedians. Our special host, country comedian, he's hosting it. It's going to be a really good show tonight. I done forgot all about that. Okay, let me take that off the screen. I'll put it in the chat if you guys want to attend. I'm producing it, but I won't be on stage, but I'll be in the backstage. So yeah, I just have to look. I'm like, dang, what time does that start? It starts in an hour and a half, so I got time. So I want to get to the Jackson Mahoney kerfuffle. Apparently Jackson Mahoney is Patrick Mahoney, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, I think, or Washington Redskins, whatever color that team is, says red and gold. He's accused of SA. And we got the video. So let me pull the video up. There's no sound. There's no sound, so just watch it close. I guess he's attempting to kiss this woman, and she's just kind of like at this nightclub slash bar, and she's just kind of like pushing him away. And then, you know, she's kind of reorganizing herself. It looks like she's trying to put her lip gloss on. Then he grabs her face again and kisses her, and she's kind of like just pushing him away. It's just strange. Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. Yeah. But I thought he was gay. Yeah, Jackson Mahomes. Yeah, he's gay. So what was that? Was that like you know, because we all have gay friends who like, I mean, I don't have gay friends who do that, but I know gay people who do that, who are very like touchy-feely. Was that him just being like a drunk gay for best friend? Or was that like him like coming on to this woman? What was that? Because it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Yeah, that did not pan out well. That did not pan out well. Cookie Woods said, I really like the way you say my name because your name is it's a great name. It's Cookie Woods. I know it's Woods Shack, but it's Cookie Woods here. It's Cookie Woods here. This is from Helen said, yeah, that didn't pan out well at all. Like, what was that? I'm confused. What was he trying to do? Did he put out a statement yet or no? This from Cookie says maybe it was drunk touchy-feely. I love everybody when I'm tipsy. That could be it. I wonder what the woman is saying. Like, does he know her? Let's go to Twitter and see if anyone said anything. Let's see. Oh, the woman says he forcibly kissed me out of nowhere, and I'm telling him and pushing him off saying, "What are you doing?" And then he did it 2 more times. Yikes. She's the owner of the bar. This was in the basement of the bar, which is also is her office. Oh, I guess there's more nuance to the story. Let me rewind it back. I just noticed that that's her desk. Does he know the bar owner maybe? Yeah, that's her desk. That's her desk. So, hmm. That is unusual. That's quite the unusual thing. Yeah, I'm trying to read I'm trying to get some updates on it. Yeah, I guess that's her office. That's unusual. I mean, I guess you wouldn't have security if you know the bar owner. And you understand what I mean? Like, why would you have security? Not to say that to you, Helen, but like, why you wouldn't need security if like my friend is a bar owner and we're hanging out in her office at the basement of the bar. You know, I don't. You know, our Virgil says he has a reputation. He's not a good person. He's done this before. This from Mika Wash. What's up, Mika? Says, nah, a lot of gay men or trans women do that touchy feely ish with the natural women way too much. You think so? This is from Jalen. Says, I saw a TikTok from a coworker at the restaurant, and they said he acts a fool every time he goes there. This is from Pretty Mika. What's up, Mika? Says, hi, Steph. I sent you a link of the video a couple of years ago of Selena just trying to get drugs. Whoa. Thank you. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Helen, what's up, Helen with 3 N's? Says, a bar with an office? My head is spinning. Yo, most bars have offices because they're usually bar and grills. So usually there's some sort of food there. And yes, they have offices there, you guys. Yeah. Yeah, this is let me see if I can find a TikTok on it. Usually TikTok does a really good job at because Twitter is just full of clowns. Oh, he's got a TikTok. Oh. Okay, let's see. No one posted about it. I guess it hasn't made its way to Twitter yet. Or it hasn't made its way to TikTok yet. That's strange. Everything makes its way to TikTok. Yeah, it hasn't made its way to TikTok yet. So no one's posted about it. I'll post about it. I don't give a goddamn. Why is he in her office? I think he knows her. Possibly. There's not a whole lot about the story. You said I miss Selena Steph. Okay. Thank you very much, Pretty Mika. This from Pretty Mika says, oh yeah, got you. You say, yes, I watch a lot of it now. It's a TV. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, but that story is also interesting. I guess we'll just have to wait for it to develop. Or tonight, I guess I can do some digging into it. But if the bar owner says it was unwanted, it's unwanted. And there's really no arguing around it, I suppose. I guess we can't really argue around it. Not that you guys are. I'm not saying you guys are. I'm not saying you're saying there's a reason why he did it. But that's interesting. That's interesting. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I will be here on the network promoting the comedy tour. I hope you guys show up and attend. It's gonna be really funny. I have a hard time with comedy because I can't not laugh. So I'm gonna do my best to not laugh. So this is gonna be a very tough comedy tour to do, especially since I have to produce it. So that's where I will be in an hour and 22 minutes. I put a link to the comedy tour in the chat if you guys want to attend. I'll be there. So will Laughs, Booker Squared, Malcolm, as well as The Amazing D, hosted by a country comedian. It's our first tour, you guys. I hope it does well. I'm very proud. We've never done a comedy tour before, so it's going to be very interesting to see people sign up, watch, and then hopefully if you have a friend who's a comedian or other comedians, let them know we're doing a comedy tour. We want to do one every month. We're trying to bring back Comic View on BT. That's what our goal is. We want to have a comedy tour every month on Nosy Bystanders TV. So I'm really hoping that this is successful. I'm hoping tonight's successful. I'm hoping that the next set of comedians we get, we're always going to keep Country Wayne. That's our host. That's our host for life. So I'm hopefully, fingers crossed that we can do this comedy tour every month. There's a couple of people I really want on my comedy tour. I would love Gigi LaFleur. I would love the comedian Kat. She's so funny. There's a lot of comedians that I really want on these tours. So y'all let us know. Please watch this tour. It's going to be funny. I'll be there. Everybody will be there. Turn your TVs on. It'll be exciting. But that's all I have for you guys today. Again, I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. Thank you again for watching Nosy Bystanders Live. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, hopefully with no more trolls in the comment section bothering us. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. And we'll see you tonight if you attend the comedy show. So thank you guys again. We'll talk to you later. Okay. Oh, I got some intro music and some outro music. Okay. Bye-bye.